Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to a brand new box office show here in Max Talks Box Office. We're breaking down the weekend domestic chart from December 10th to December 12th. We're also going to look at the domestic box office, the worldwide box office, and the big weekend coming up, which is Spider-Man No Way Home. We're going to preview that as well. So if you're new to the channel, my name is Matt Zimmer. Welcome to Max Talks Movies. This is Max Talks Box Office, the box office breakdown show I do every single Monday. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, ring the bell. I do reviews, rankings, but this show, a lot of other things. So please subscribe, ring the bell. Also comment down below your thoughts on the box office this weekend, your thoughts on the pretty much bomb of West Side Story. What do you attribute to it? Do you think it will hold on like Greatest Showman, or will it dip off like In the Heights? And tell me, what is your prediction for Spider-Man No Way Home this upcoming week? I'd love to know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And also, please like the video, the thumbs up button. That's how you support this channel. Let's talk box office. So, as I said, we begin this week with the biggest new release is West Side Story, which we were not shocked is number one. But shocking is that it only makes $10.5 million at the box office. This is way below expectations. And for a film that's, I think, worth well over, how much money it was to make it, budget was, I think, $100 million or even more than that, if you include advertisements. So this is not a good sign for West Side Story. As I said, I did compare it to In the Heights, but even In the Heights made $1 million more, but also In the Heights was also released simultaneously on HBO Max. So even though In the Heights makes more money and it was even available for free at home, West Side Story is a theaters exclusive film, including IMAX. This is the only week West Side Story has IMAX theaters this past weekend, because Spider-Man's taking all of them up. And then next week, Matrix Resolutions will also be having some IMAX screens. So the only time you can see this movie in IMAX, it was available. 10.5 is really below expectations. I think for me, in my opinion, the way I think about this film, the way it was out, first of all, I just don't think musicals have now kind of fallen off the cliff at the box office. As we've seen a lot of musicals be really accessible via streaming, especially Tick, Tick, Boom, which I think has handled itself very well on Netflix. A lot more people probably are seeing that film on Netflix than it would be in theaters. But you also have the idea, again, In the Heights, even though it got 11.5 more than West Side Story, that was definitely not seen as a box office success as well. We've kind of seen the past couple of years, musicals, unless they're Disney animated films or Disney films in general, musicals have had some rough times at the box office for the past 10 years. And it seems like either no one was really waiting for a retelling of West Side Story, and also it seems like the Ansel Elgort things might have also gone in the way. Don't even want to talk that deep about it, but the accusations about him, it seems like that really also did hurt the film. But I think this film really should have made more money, even off the name of Steven Spielberg. Again, still seen as maybe the greatest director of all time. He's had some really good box office successes for the last couple of years, especially when you're talking about Ready Player One, which came out a couple of years ago. So pretty shocking. It's close to a bomb for me at the box office. One of the more disappointing box office numbers of the entire year. Even my movie theater was not even showing the movie. So I wanted to go see it this weekend, but I couldn't because my theater was not showing it, which was very weird to me. But let's move on to the box office. So West Side Story, we're also going to see how this movie tracks. It is about to walk into a lot of big time movies hitting theaters. And a lot of people want this film to have legs like a musical, like The Greatest Showman, that In the Heights did not get to lengthwise. The question is, can West Side Story hang on in a couple of weeks when it has Spider-Man coming out this Friday and then Sing, Kingsman, Matrix all hitting theaters on Christmas? So I wonder if West Side Story can hang on, especially because it's getting all this award buzz. It's getting a lot of nominations, both at the Golden Globes and Critics' Choice today. Looks like it'll be nominated for Best Picture, Best Actress, and Best Supporting Actress at the Oscars. So we'll see if this gets more buzz the closer we get to the actual ceremony itself. So sorry we didn't talk about that in a long time. It's a big deal. Let's talk about number two, which in its third weekend is Encanto, $9.8 million. Again, West Side Story debuting with 10.5, and Encanto's third weekend is at 9.95. 24% drop off only in its third weekend. Its domestic total is $71.9 million. Really solid for Encanto, not great, but this week was definitely its best drop off. pertaining to the film. Also, this film is releasing on Disney Plus with no extra cost, December 24th, which is a week from Friday. So really, this will be kind of the last weekend that it will not be on Disney Plus. So we'll see if it gets an uptick for people to see its last time in theaters. But Encanto hanging strong for Disney. In number 3 place in its 4th weekend is Ghostbusters Afterlife, $7.1 million for Ghostbusters Afterlife. That's a 31% dip, and its total is now up to $112 million. Ghostbusters Afterlife, another theaters exclusive film, has really found its audience at the box office. Releasing a week before Thanksgiving really worked for them. They got a lot of the big money from the Thanksgiving holiday and their own weekend to itself. And because it seems like not a lot of big movies have come out really since Ghostbusters have come out, that domestic gross is extremely good for them, definitely setting up a possible more films. House of Gucci is still, it now moves down to 4th place because West Side Story basically knocks everything down this weekend. House of Gucci makes 4.1, a 41% dip in its 3rd weekend. It made $41 million domestically. Again, not really good, successful film for Ridley Scott. Really the only thing credible from this film, basically via the box office or anything, is that Lady Gaga just getting nominated at the Golden Globe. She is still pushing for her to get an Oscar nomination for this performance. We'll see if she does, and more people will check this one out. But this film has been extremely divisive between fans, between audience members and critics. And Ridley Scott has released 2 movies, The Last Duel and House of Gucci. Last Duel only made $10 million domestically on a near $100 million budget. House of Gucci only $40 million, but a lot better than Last Duel. But his movies are not clicking with audiences this year. And the last film hanging on in the top 5, possibly for the last week in its 6th weekend, is Eternals. It makes $3.1 million, 23% dip for Eternals. And its 6-week total is now up to $161.2 million. We'll break down how that affects the rest of the film. But Eternals, all 6 weeks, it has been in the top 5. It's had a lot of competition, but Eternals did open up November very, very strong, and it has since, but has not become the most successful MCU movie. Definitely won't once Spider-Man hits theaters this weekend. We're going to break down the domestic box office right now. Shang-Chi, this is at the moment. We'll see if Spider-Man can even get past Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi's total domestic worth, $224. So we will see if Spider-Man can even get past that. Venom is in 2nd. Black Widow is 3rd. F9 comes in at number 4. Eternals is 5. No Time to Die 6. A Quiet Place Part 2 is 7. Free Guy is 8. Jungle Cruise 9, Ghostbusters Afterlife is 10. The big new thing is that Ghostbusters, again, has now overtaken Dune. So now Dune there's 12 movies over $100 million, and Dune is now number 11. Ghostbusters is number 10. Ghostbusters Afterlife is only $4 million short of Jungle Cruise, which is number 9, and $9 million away from Free Guy. So we'll see if it gets to that point. And Spider-Man No Way Home definitely will be on this top 10 list when we talk next week. At the worldwide, it's F9 number 4. Venom is down to number 6. Godzilla vs. Kong is 7. Shang-Chi is 8. Eternals is at number 9. And Dune is at number 10 at the worldwide box office. So this upcoming weekend, as I said, Spider-Man No Way Home is taking up theaters. It is sure to be the biggest opening. Again, the biggest opening at the domestic box office, I believe, was Venom Let There Be Carnage. Was definitely the biggest opening weekend of a movie this year. But that will definitely be crushed by Spider-Man No Way Home. Ticket sales are off the door. The premiere is tonight. You'll see my review on Friday, late West Coast time. So sorry about the review. It's the only time I could get tickets to the movie on opening day. So I'll be seeing Spider-Man No Way Home on Friday. Before that as well, Hawkeye spoiler review will be on Wednesday. Then Spider-Man No Way Home review will be on Friday, and then the coming days, I'll have this box office breakdown show on Monday, breaking down the entire box office landscape. Also, the review of Swan Song as well, the new Apple TV Plus that got Mahershala Ali a Golden Globe nomination. That movie comes out Friday on Apple TV Plus. I'll have a review on Friday, possibly Saturday as well. And also, I'm gonna have I also have a Spider-Man movie ranking as well. We also have a Matrix ranking, including Matrix Resolution. So I'm also going back to LA for the next month for winter break. So I'll be in LA getting I can see any movie I want basically because of the screens in LA. So I'll be going back to LA, reviewing movies back to normal as usual. So I'll be back with another video. The upcoming video will be Wednesday where I break down episode 5 of Hawkeye. Friday will be Spider-Man No Way Home review. Also it'll be a non-spoiler review. And then I think Saturday or Sunday, I'll do a spoiler review. And then Monday should be my ranking of all the Spider-Man movies. So a lot coming down the line. So please subscribe, ring the bell, and I'll see you guys soon.